I'm Craig Brailsford, and welcome to another episode of Small Stocks, Big Money. For those of you new to the show, RedChip is an investor relations, media, and research firm focused on emerging growth companies. Our unique platform combines global multimedia with traditional investor relations, reaching investors around the world. Now, today's show features interviews with the executives of two public companies. First up is NioCorp Developments. NioCorp is developing the Elk Creek Critical Minerals Project in Nebraska, a fully permitted U.S. source of niobium, scandium, titanium, and magnetic rare earth elements essential to advanced manufacturing and national security. We'll learn more when we speak with the CEO later in the show. Up next is Obook Holdings. Obook is operating as OWLS Group, a blockchain technology company providing compliance-first settlement, payments, and digital asset rails for enterprises and individual users worldwide. Obook Holdings' mission is to build stablecoin infrastructure for the future. OWLS operates across three sectors: payments, hospitality, and e-commerce, with OWL Pay serving as the strategic growth engine. We'll learn more when we speak with the CEO later in the show. Before we move forward, let's take a look at RedChat, a revolutionary AI chatbot for small-cap stock analysis.
A new era of small-cap research has arrived with RedChip's RedChat, the fastest, most accurate AI assistant for small caps. The days of spending hours sifting through press releases, 10Ks, 10Qs, 8Ks, 13Fs, 13Gs, and other filings is over. Now, get answers in seconds on 4,000 small-cap stocks in one portal. Simple, fast, accurate, detailed answers. Meet small caps with RedChat.
Now, let's move on to our quote of the week. It comes from the book, Small Stocks, Big Money. The single most important way we attempt to manage risk in any environment is by seeking to buy stocks very cheaply. We never want to pay too much. This quote comes from Bill Hench of Royce Opportunity Funds, and it is featured in Chapter 3 of Small Stocks, Big Money, a book of exclusive interviews with some of the biggest players in the micro-cap space. Get a digital copy on Amazon today for just $18. Now let's get started with our first interview today with NioCorp. Hello, today once again we have Mark Smith, the CEO of NioCorp, trading on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol NB. Mark, welcome back.
Thank you, Craig. As always, just great to be here.
Great to see you again, Mark. You recently wrapped up a very strong year at NioCorp. When you look back on 2025, what stands out the most?
You know, Craig, it's an unbelievable list. 2025 was really a phenomenal year for NioCorp in many, many ways. Let's start out with the fundraising. You know, we raised over $370 million as NioCorp last year. We still have well over $300 million in our treasury, and that's after all the things I'm going to talk about that we got done in 2025. That includes some drilling activity where we did infill drilling so we can raise the probable reserve category up to a proven reserve. We just issued press releases on that. We've got it to the resource level for geologic purposes. The next step is we add the mining plan and calculate the reserves. We are 100% confident that we will exceed the requirements that XM has put in front of us. This ore body proves out every single time to be a unique, one-of-a-kind ore body that needs to be mined. So we're thrilled with those drilling results. We continue with the feasibility study update, where we're updating the engineering portion of our new process flow diagram. That work is it's going well. We're waiting for more and more results to come in, but we're on target for about a mid-March finalization of that effort for the update. We've added people to our program here. We've doubled the number of people that we have at NioCorp in terms of staff and organizational capability. The people we have brought on board, I can't speak highly enough, Craig. We're taking the time to find the right cultural fit in our company. We want to maintain that truth and honesty. We want to maintain that family culture in the company. I couldn't be more thrilled with the people that we brought on board. We had the DoD contract that we talked about in August of this year, that including paying for the drilling that we're doing, paying for the updated engineering for the feasibility study, but included two pieces of scandium advancement that I think are just phenomenal, and we've talked about both of them. The Department of War wants NioCorp to figure out how to onshore the scandium supply chain. We're doing that. We're figuring out how to make metal from oxides, and as we have announced in 2025, we have the deal with Lockheed for a joint development program, which we hope turns into an offtake agreement for scandium. We bought all the property that we need for our 30-plus year mine life. We have all the surface rights and mineral rights that we need. That's behind us. We don't have to worry about, holdout landowners that delay projects. That's done. It's behind us. We had a town hall on December 5th. 600 people showed up for this town hall. This is in Elk Creek, Nebraska, with a population of 98. That tells you what support we have, not just in Elk Creek, but the entire surrounding area. Not one protester showed up at this meeting. Unbelievable support from the local community. On top of that, the participants in the town hall blew me away. We had the governor of Nebraska who came out personally and actually spoke live at the event. We had Senator Ricketts show up live at the event and speak at the event. Senator Fisher could not attend because she had other scheduled commitments, but she took the time to prepare a video that we got to show everybody at the town hall. The real bell ringer, though, on that town hall was a video that was done by Chairman John Jovanovich from the Export-Import Bank of the United States. I'll get into more on the progress there, but the chairman was supposed to come out. He wanted to come out to the town hall live. President Trump needed Chairman Jovanovich on that Friday for other purposes. He took the time Thursday before to put a video together. We have that on our website. I encourage everybody to watch that video. If you don't think XM is interested in NioCorp, watch that video. I couldn't believe the strong support and statements that the chairman had for this project. It was just phenomenal. And then finally, and we'll get into this more, I know in some questions coming up, but XM is moving faster than ever. And I'll cover that in more detail as we get into the next questions.
Mark, that was a thrilling dissertation on 2025. I can just feel your excitement there. I have a feeling, though, you might even be more excited about this next question I'm going to be giving you, which is the momentum coming out of Washington on critical minerals, including the recent actions. You sort of alluded to President Trump, but led by the president himself. How meaningful is that entire shift for your sector? And of course, where does NioCorp fit into all of it?
Craig, the president has done a phenomenal job of understanding supply chain issues that are impacting our economy, impacting our national security. He understands the importance of that. He's putting his money where his mouth is. He's entered into several agreements, three that I'm aware of with different mineral and mineral processing companies. We're in the mix for all that as well. We have multiple discussions going on with the U.S. government. There are certain entitlements that are now very evident as part of a deal that the government announced in mid-2025, where there are price floor supports, there are commitments for purchasing, there are equity investments, there are debt provisions. So these are things that every critical strategic minerals company is seeking from the government. We're in a beautiful, beautiful position right now. We're the only company in the United States that will have a niobium development project that includes scandium. Those two items are not being produced or developed by any other company in the United States. And then when we add dysprosium and terbium, two heavy rare earths to that, we are a standout, and the government knows us very well right now.
Truly exciting stuff, Mark. Getting back to the Elk Creek project in southeastern Nebraska, you recently announced plans to begin construction of the mine portal at the project. What should people understand about this step?
This is an exciting time for the company because we don't want to call it start of construction yet because we want to have the biggest groundbreaking ceremony known to mankind. We have so many supporters that want to be there in person for a groundbreaking ceremony. But we are going to start moving a lot of dirt. We're going to start putting in the ramp that starts at the surface and goes down to our limestone piece of the underground area. That is what's called the portal project. So we're going to actually install the portal for the underground mine. The reason why this is important is that this is about a 9 to 10 month project. If we can get a very quick start on this, which we are going to do, our board has approved this project. We'll start digging on or about February 1. So it's very soon right now. We start that project now. We could be over halfway done by the time we have all of our project financing together. That gives us about a 5 to 6 month start on the underground development part of this project. So that helps make sure that we stay on budget and on time with the bigger project. Now, the other message that I think is important, though, Craig, is that when a company commits $45 million for a project called the Portal Project, that may say something about our confidence level for XM financing and for the remainder of the equity financing. And I hope people read between the lines on that.
Which leads me to my final question today, Mark, and it has to do with the U.S. Export Import Bank. As you know, investors have been watching your financing progress closely. Where do things stand today? And of course, in particular, with the Exim Bank.
Yeah, it's a great question and one that I'm just thrilled to answer, just like every other question today, Craig. XM Bank is moving faster on the debt portion of this project than they have in the 2.5 years that we've been working with them. I have received more emails, more phone calls, and the establishment of meetings with XM in the last 4 or 5 weeks than we have in the last 2.5 years. It is just a constant, let's get this done. Let's get this done. Let's negotiate this. Let's negotiate that. We were headed to Washington, D.C. next week. We're going to convert that to a Teams meeting because D.C. is supposed to get about 20 inches of snow. We'll do that by Teams next week. We're going to meet them face to face the following week. That's how fast things are moving right now. XM has asked NioCorp to actually put together the first draft of the binding term sheet for this loan. We put that together for them. They reviewed it. That's what we're going to do and do a page turn exercise where we review, discuss all of this next week. That'll continue until we're done. That's the first time ever that I'm aware of that XM has asked the applicant to go ahead and take the pen on a binding term sheet. So that's how far along we are. I think this process with XM is going to go a lot faster than what anybody anticipates. And I think we could have, based on my opinion only, I think we could have some good news on XM with some sort of a word called binding as early as the second quarter of 2026. This is all happening very fast right now. I think 2026 is going to be an even better year than 2025. So hang on.
Great things are happening at NioCorp, Mark, and it's great to hear about it. Thank you.
It's my pleasure, Craig, especially when the story is this good. Thank you for the opportunity once again.
Now, to get more information on NioCorp Developments, visit niocorp.com. You'll see research reports, fact sheets, presentations, and the latest videos. It's all free, and you can even subscribe to email alerts to stay on top of the latest news. You can also call 1-800-RedChip to speak to a specialist if you have any questions. We also have a free weekly newsletter you can subscribe to at redchip.com, featuring emerging growth companies like NioCorp Developments. Now, let's move on to our next interview today with Obook Holdings. Hello, today we have Darren Wong, the founder, chairman, and chief executive officer of Obook Holdings Incorporated, trading on the NASDAQ under the ticker OWLS or OWLS. Darren, welcome to the show.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Now, Darren, as you just explained to our team on our onboard, you have a very impressive background across Silicon Valley. For investors, could you share a bit about that background and how it's led to your founding of Obook Holdings?
I started my career from Silicon Valley. Just actually started from Google, and I started to build a Google News in the earliest time, and I moved to my own startup company in Silicon Valley during the time. Yeah, and then after I moved back to Taiwan, I started to build this company by embedded Bitcoin as checkout. I met the earliest founder for Ethereum, Vitalik, and then earliest founder for USDT, the founder for Bitfinex. So that's how I get into the venture by getting the company as one of the most pioneer stablecoin infrastructure company.
You clearly have a very impressive personal history in the industry, Darren. Now let's turn to payments itself. It is a massive global industry, but it's often been described as slow, expensive, outdated, especially for cross border transactions. Now, how is Owl Ting addressing this problem?
Yeah, so the reason I entered the blockchain is I started to understand the powerful for blockchain technology, and by the invention of stablecoin, I realized stablecoin plus blockchain will be the ultimate solution for the fintech in the future. Unlike the traditional payment industry, all the settlement, whether they are the traditional payment company or the new fintech, they're building on the car network to settle the money. So which means the economy is the money is still settled by the traditional large players. The blockchain open a new possibility by shifting the new money, which is stablecoin, over different blockchain like Ethereum, Solana, Stellar. So I think that's really the motivation for entrepreneur like me to bring the new technology to the traditional banking system, the payment app, or the payment service provider to use the stablecoin infrastructure.
Now, your company is obviously growing. Your payment volume grew more than 60% year over year. What is driving your growth, and why should investors believe that this is more than a 1 year spike?
Yeah, so the philosophy we build the company particular using stablecoin as infrastructure is we want to be the app store in the smartphone, which means we open up our license globally to the fintech company. Whoever want to use the stablecoin or they are building the real world asset like tokenization for stock, real estate, whatever they need, they can use stablecoin as the checkout method to open up all their business to the global customer. So that's why really make me very excited that by providing the most difficult solution to every fintech company builders, they can forget about the problem for applying for the license, getting the bank account from 10 to 12 months to within 1 week, and then they can use our anti-money laundry or KYC standard to quickly onboard their customer, enter the business. So that's why we decided to build a company as the infrastructure builder, not just one single fintech companies. So we solve all the different problems for the industry by providing the latest technology, licensing framework, regulations.
Now, Darren, stable coins are often grouped with crypto speculation, but Owlting positions them as payment infrastructure. Why are stable coins useful for businesses, even if someone like me never trades crypto?
Exactly. So I think stablecoin is just like the traditional money we use. For example, you used to use the cash to check out in the Starbucks, right? Right now, you can use stablecoin within your wallet app to do the checkout. But for merchant, like small coffee shop, they can save tons of money by comparing to the traditional card processing fees, which is about 3 to 4%. But using stablecoin, the cost is almost 10 times fewer than the traditional car network settlement. Yeah. So I think by providing the new settlement layer, and you can help small business owners to save more money, get more money, and then rebate, to their customers.
Now, your hospitality software and e commerce platforms feed customers into that payments business. Why is that ecosystem important? And how does it help Alting grow more efficiently than its competitors?
Yeah. So we entered the hospitality business by understand, you know, online travel agencies, they are moving tens of billions of dollars every month, but they are still using the traditional banking system. By providing the stablecoin solution to them, they can send the money within seconds, and then the BNB owner, they can receive more money by using the stablecoin as the new currencies. And then the most beautiful part of it is everyone makes more money. The platform makes more money by receiving stable coin. And then the merchant, the BNB owner, they receive more money by using the wallet to receive the stable coin. I think that's the beauty for the business by providing the latest stablecoin infrastructure for every merchant in the world.
Darren, it's a new year, 2026. In 2026, what are the most important milestones investors should be watching, whether that's new markets, new partners, or product launches?
Yeah. So today, this year, we have a goal that providing access for stablecoin for everyone in the world. So we're gonna open up the debit card access, so you can use your traditional banking debit card to get a stablecoin. And after you get a stablecoin, you can use it as the daily payout or cross-border payment using stablecoin. So I think that's the most important goal for the company this year is by providing access for stablecoin for everyone using their debit card or credit card.
Darren, final question. What is the essential value proposition? Why should investors take an interest in Owlting right now?
Yeah, so we are more like a stablecoin for App Store. The first one is we are providing our license in anti-money laundering KYC for all the fintech builders. Second one is we are shorten the onboarding time for bank account from 10 to 12 months to 1 week. And third one is we are providing access for stablecoin for everyone. They can use their debit card or credit card to buy stablecoin and then send stablecoin cross border with the fee almost $0. And then we want to become the Visa for the stablecoin era in the future.
How exciting, Darren. The visa for the stablecoin era. That's very emphatic and memorable. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Now, to get more information on Obook Holdings, visit owlsinfo.com. You'll see research reports, fact sheets, presentations, and the latest videos. It's all free, and you can even subscribe to email alerts to stay on top of the latest news. You can also call 1-800-RedChip to speak to a specialist if you have any questions. We also have a free weekly newsletter you can subscribe to at redchip.com, featuring emerging growth companies like Obook Holdings. Watch this show again and explore hundreds of small cap stock videos on RedChip's YouTube channel. Also, go to our website and sign up on our events page for the webinar series. We have webinars every week, several a week, in which we feature small public companies, mostly our client companies, and you'll hear straight from the CEO, and you'll be able to ask questions after that. Again, visit redchip.com and subscribe today. In addition to our newsletter, you can also order your copy of Small Stocks, Big Money, a book written by RedChip's CEO, featuring interviews with some of the biggest players in the microcap space. Order your copy on Amazon today for just $18. Now, let's recap the companies featured today. First, you met NioCorp Developments NB on the NASDAQ. NioCorp Developments is developing the Elk Creek Critical Minerals Project in Nebraska, a fully permitted U.S. source of niobium, scandium, titanium, and magnetic rare earth elements essential to advanced manufacturing and national security. Learn more at niocorp.com. Then you met Obook Holdings Inc, OWLS, on the NASDAQ. Obook Holdings is operating as Owlting Group, a blockchain technology company providing compliance-first settlement, payments, and digital asset rails for enterprises and individual users worldwide. Obook Holdings' mission is to build stablecoin infrastructure for the future. Owlting operates across 3 sectors: payments, hospitality, and e-commerce, with Owl Pay serving as the strategic growth engine. Learn more at OWLSinfo.com. Don't forget to check out our stocks page. It is the biggest small-cap stock portal in the industry. It has every company listed on the NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange with market caps of $2 billion and less. And it's categorized by industry. Watch this show again and explore hundreds of small-cap stock videos on RedChip's YouTube channel. And be sure to sign up for our weekly newsletter and learn about a lot of small-cap companies. Also, go to our website and sign up on our events page for the webinar series. We have webinars every week, several a week, in which we feature small public companies, mostly our client companies, and you'll hear straight from the CEO, and you'll be able to ask questions after that. Again, if you have any questions about any of our public companies featured on today's show, call us at 1-800-RedChip or email us at info@redchip.com. In closing, remember, while small-cap stocks can provide significant gains, you must be prepared for the downside. Small-cap stocks are among the most volatile of asset classes. Some of the companies featured on this show are RedChip client companies, and we may own stock in these companies. So please, always read our disclosures at redchip.com. Thanks for being with us today. We'll see you next week with some new, exciting, emerging growth companies.